So you probably already know my name if you have watched any of my videos. My name is Carly Devine, and I have changed that to Carly Devine. So my spelling used to be CARLYDEVINE, and now it's KAALIDIVINE. And this is because not only have I outgrown my old name and I'm stepping into who I really am after huge healings and breaking chains of like generational stuff with families and whatnot. But also the other thing is changing the surname breaks the chain of everything that I've kind of been through with family lineage of it being toxic and not okay. And it kind of sends the energy right back basically. So that's the whole name changing thing done. So I said I would explain that, and now I have. So currently I am a single mother of one. She is nearly 2 months old, and I come from a background of like council estate, pubs, like drinking, getting wrecked, blah 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 in the past. Like this is when I was a lot younger and was not into any kind of spiritual stuff or anything like that. I then did big healing on myself and did a massive like awakening, and started to realize that life's not about that, and I was actually hiding a lot of trauma and a lot of things that had happened to me from childhood onwards. um, I've had extreme abuse happen and severe things where I've had to pull away from certain people and certain family members, and I've had to have really big boundaries as well with this. I've been lied about, and like I've had a lot of like nasty shit going on. That's cool, you know. Like I know that I speak the truth and that I am the truth with stuff, and like no problem. Karma, good and bad, is real, and that happens. So I know that me standing in my truth will come back around. So basically, to update on what I am up to now, I I'm breaking away from the system, and I am really grateful for everything the system has done for me. So it's like without the system kind of being there with help and me being able to be off of work and being able to heal myself, I wouldn't have been able to kind of do what I did to get to this point. So I am not dissing the system in that sense. Like it has really helped me to be able to get to where I am, but I disagree with quite a few of the things that go on like within the system, and I definitely don't want my baby to be a part of it. So yeah, and there are nice people in it and everything too, but this is just my choice. So already we're going through the whole not registering the baby. I say we, me and Amy, and it's just us like that are kind of going through this process. But I have like a little team of people that know what they're doing and know how to do this and know the ways. And then, yeah, basically, I'm going completely off grid and completely free persons. And yeah, so currently I live in a caravan, and I also have a bell tent, which is where she was birthed. I completely own the caravan and the bell tent now, so it is mine. And yeah, so that took installments and stuff, because after breaking away from certain people and family members, it like did absolutely destroy me, like, and broke me and killed me inside, even like doing that. And breaking away from people as well, because it's like as you level up and as you do your healing, you naturally raise your vibration, and then people that you hang out with do not resonate anymore. They've got their stuff to deal with, and until they kind of look at their shit and look at themselves and deal with that, they can't be around whilst you kind of elevate. They need to do their stuff too, and then they can meet you at a later date. So yeah, so the plan is to be completely free, and yeah, so for Amy, she's like pulling away. for me, I need to reverse some of my system stuff, but that will come in time. And then it's like, so now I'm in a caravan I was hoping to have already before Amy came along, but I couldn't because the pregnancy obviously stopped me from being able to do certain things, and I just weren't able to do it in time. So it's still like beautiful inside and it's like livable, but there's things that need doing. So the next job is a log burner, which is really important. But I also managed to get a car as well, and I decided to go for an old style car as well. It naturally kind of came to me, and actually, yeah, it made complete sense that it's an old one, because you don't have all the codes with the old cars, and you don't have to go to certain garages and whatnot, and you can learn how to kind of fix them yourself. And yeah, I think the tax is like really, really cheap as well, so it all made sense. It just kind of occurred, and yeah, I just went with that, and yeah, decided to go with that. I prefer them as well, they've got more character. So yeah, and it's cute as well, it's a cute car. And yeah, so then what else? So the caravan, yeah, the next job is the log burner. There's some things that need doing on the car as well. So over the next few days, I think I'm going to be going to the town, and I'm going to be doing trying to sell some of my art and some meditations and some card readings, all at donation, just to see how it goes and see whether I can get back into the swing of that. I used to do it before. We'll just see what happens, whether it flows or not. It's very busy in the town, so I am sourcing somewhere that's shady and I can actually be there with Amy at the same time, so we can like still be there, be cool, and still do a little bit of like donation selling. So this is to manifest the log burner and to fix the car, and to, yeah, the floor kind of needs doing. There's quite a few little things that need doing. I actually have to get people in because it's just not doable for me with this little one at the moment. My hands are like full like all the time. Yeah, so then I am really, really blessed to be like in a beautiful, beautiful bit of nature. And yeah, so then as well, like so whilst before I was pregnant, I was able to source like fruit, veg and water kind of like locally and do it all kind of beautifully, right? And then during the last bits of pregnancy and my recovery time, I've kind of slipped back into buying like packaged stuff and going back to the ways of like that I kind of moved away from. So now it's kind of getting myself back into that. So like today I went and picked my blackberries myself. I went and got local veg from the place kind of like just down the road and from the place in the town, and kind of going back, trying to go back to that, but it's so full on being a mama, and especially in the first stages, you know, newborn. And yeah, so just kind of moving back to that and getting water from a spring and stuff again, and yeah, doing my best with that. But I need to sort out a proper water filter as well, it's on the list. And I'll be doing like card readings on here again, is the intention. And I'm also offering online meditations, so it's like personalized meditation for donation that I can send over, and it's recorded. And yeah, so that I will be offering too. She's awake ish. Yeah, and then also, yeah, so I will be doing bits and bobs on here as well. So if you do fancy to donate to help the cause, it would be mega, mega appreciated. My details are in the bio, and I want to keep you updated with kind of everything. Thought it was a robin, but it's not. With everything, I haven't seen robins for ages actually. Yeah, with everything I'm kind of doing to empower other people to be able to kind of do this lifestyle as well. So once you're all set up and everything's kind of all done and set, it's like it's easy going, and like it's cool. You know, you get your rainwater, and you have like a big oh, I don't know what it's called, big barrel for that to go in. You kind of like have your wastewater go down into another little thing in the ground, and like you collect your water, and you go and get your food, and you like live off the different lands and everything. And then like, so this is like the end goal. And then yeah, once it's kind of like all set up with the log burner and this, that and the other, and you go and get your own wood, blah de blah, which I haven't been able to do for ages. Like even before I was, no, when I was pregnant, I was getting some myself, some from this place and then some from the shop, because it just wasn't possible for me to kind of do everything, and I was exhausted of being pregnant. And yeah, so it's like knowing that you're intending and working towards a better life for yourself and for like the children to come as well is really good. So I kind of got there before. I got to the point where it was like no plastic. I got to the point where I was eating like real good foods, and yeah, but through awakening and remembering, like coming out of amnesia from that childhood stuff, I kind of like went downhill, and had to rebuild myself again. So sometimes you have to have breakdowns to break through, to heal. And yeah, I definitely have had my fair share. I seem to be on quite an even kill now. Like I am in a really good place mentally, spiritually, like mind, soul, and energy fine, but my body needs addressing now. So I'm on more of a physical kind of thing, and I've got another little bit of healing to do too, which I feel completes that. But yeah, it's almost like I've managed to master how to do the shadow work, and shadow work is like anything that your ego is hiding, any toxic things in your energy, anything that is like painful, or things that your ego is hidden from you within your energy. It's your shadow self. So it's the aspects of you don't want to look at, it's the aspects of you that you don't want to go anywhere near, and your ego also. So any traumas as well, yeah, in under the shadow category. So it's like if you have shadowy things there that your ego is just like nah. So your ego is there to protect you, but it can take over and become toxic. So if you've had something really bad happen, your ego will come in and go, we ain't going to look at that again. And it will create a whole different personality of you, and will kind of go, yeah, I'm going to protect you. We're going to go nowhere near that pain ever again. And anyone that kind of like niggles at that ego, and goes anywhere near it, the ego will either attack, ignore, and just walk away, or just won't have it at all, unless you're open to it, where you've had a little inkling of something and you kind of want to know the truth, and you want to know what's going on, and you want to go there. Then yeah, you're kind of getting ready to be open to do the healing. But sometimes the ego has to be like smashed apart to pieces, which the universe will do for you, plus karma, plus you've chosen your path before you come here, so it will naturally unfold. And if you are just choosing not to go near it when you have chosen before you come here to go near it, the universe might just shake up your world a little bit before you kind of go there, and kind of show you or break you down, so as the ego is then able. So if you have someone really in that ego and they're like that, then it kind of takes quite a bit for knocking about, you know, things keep happening, or the same situation with the same lesson with a different bodysuit, same lesson, different bodysuit, same lesson, different bodysuit, just keep occurring. And then if you're in the feeling of like, oh, why does this keep happening to me? Like, why does this keep happening? And it's the same lesson kind of happening. It will just keep happening and happening until one... It'll keep happening and happening. She's in a proper dream world there. Aww. So So cute. So it'll just keep happening, and it will either be smashed to pieces, or you might just get fed up of it before and be like, right, I want to heal myself. I want to sort this out. Why does this keep happening to me? You ask the question, you do whichever modality of healing you choose, and you go there. Just remembering that with the shadow work, you kind of want to dip in, dip out. This is the mistake I made quite a while ago. I kind of went in to the shadow and just went in. And I didn't come out of it for a long time, and it was just, everything was just dark and everything was just like too much, and I struggled to come back out of that. But now I've learned that, like, if you have something that you feel like you need to address, you have a little look in the Pandora's box, you open it a little bit, you see, because it can be, not only is it the trauma that's traumatic, looking back at the trauma that you've shut down is a trauma in itself as well. So you want to be kind and gentle with yourself when you're awakening. So yeah, you want to have a little like boop and kind of like go in a little bit, and then have the right people, the right place. Like you want to feel safe, you want to feel held, you want to know that you've got a recovery time afterwards as well. And then you kind of like come back out and just fill yourself up with light again. Like not to ignore it, but to like make sure that you know that there's like still good stuff going on, and there's still light as well, because some of it can be very, very intense. This is collective as well, so there's a lot of us going through these kind of things, and quite a lot of people that don't want to talk about it, on the light or dark side, like however you want to see it or perceive it, but we're all one. So it's kind of like you can't have the light without the dark. But obviously, some people that are in the quote unquote darkness don't even realize, and they just kind of been brought up in this manner, in this way, so they have no idea that it's just life, and there is no like understanding until someone kind of addresses it and says something to them. So having like compassion for all the people and kind of having a higher perspective on the whole situation can really help. When you do awaken to these nasty things as well, if you've been through nasty things, the way that I kind of got through this was to be able to forgive. And ultimately the forgiveness is for them as well, but ultimately more so for you. If you hold on to hate, anger and resentment in your mind, body and soul, in your heart, it is only you that it affects, and then it is you that will be taken down by that, and ultimately carrying on the cycle of the pain. So to be able to look back, take a higher perspective, and understand that if, say, somebody did something to you, they more than likely had that shit done to them as well, and they're just carrying on the pattern and have not awakened and not realised, so they're just kind of going on and on and on and on and on. And then remembering that if people are like rude or anything like that to you, or not in the right kind of way towards you, just remembering that it's more than likely stuff from their childhood too. So it's not actually personal. So if you try to not take anything personally as well, that can really help with all of this too. Not saying it's a walk in the park, but I managed to heal a lot of really, really intense, nasty stuff, and now look back with love, because the things and people that have done what they have done to me, I don't hate. I don't hate them. That's very rare for me to say that. I think I've only said it literally about a couple of times in my life, bearing in mind what I've been through. And ultimately, it's not actually them that is hateful towards. It's their energy, it's the thing inside them, it's their trauma, it's their darkness, it's their stuff, it's their shit. It's not actually who they are as a real person and as a soul. So understanding that as well can also help. Like, it's their stuff that you hate, basically. And because, you know, when we come into this world, we are love. And like, source is love. And so the other thing is, yeah, okay, so some people, some souls that kind of come in, we do come through as love, but like, as some souls come in with their past karmic energies and their past life energies, you know, it could be also not the most loving energy that we kind of feel as well. So past lives and karma are all real, and this follows on into the next life. So say if you did something evil last life, you're going to be dealing with stuff this life. And some people, I haven't quite figured this out, but some people, if they go so far, I'm not too sure what happens with that. I haven't been given that yet. I'm quite clued up on most of this, but there are some things I still don't quite understand myself. Yeah, so because it's like you can get karmic energies that come to you that are just part of karma as well, to do the lessons, blessings and teachings also. So so what else? Yeah, so having that higher perspective on your path as well, which you can get through meditation, you can also raise up higher, and you can see, you can get to a point where you can understand why someone's come into your life. You can see why they are the way they are. You can see what's coming, and you can kind of like just stand and in your power and in a loving space, and whilst they're attacking you verbally or whatever, you know that, like, you know you know what's happening. And then once you see it from that perspective, it's so much easier, because it's just like, okay, it's just part of this role play that we're doing in this world to learn. And you know, to some people come here for lessons, blessings, teachings, and you have light workers who have come to raise the vibration of the earth to help heal. And yeah, there's all sorts of different reasons why people are here, and we come from different kind of energies as well. I don't know the full ins and outs of that, but I'm sure you can find that somewhere else. Yeah, and then you also have like souls that have split off into two. So you have like souls that have split off into families as well. So you have your soul family, then you can have a flame, or you can have a soulmate as well. There's all these different connections and contracts as well that you have decided to do before you come here, for either the lessons, blessings or teachings, or to help heal everyone for the highest good of all. So yeah, there's all these different aspects of all this different stuff that kind of goes on in this world. I've kind of gone off on a little like rant there, but I felt cool to say that. And yeah, I was talking about my caravan now. That's just what happens. So yeah, so basically I am here to help people heal. I am a healer, and I do it in my own unique way. It doesn't necessarily mean that I do it in the ways that others do. I just kind of do my thing, and I am guided profoundly, and that has kept me so safe. And yeah, like, I fully believe that anyone that has done any damage or nastiness or anything bad to someone can completely redeem themselves and sort out their shit if they choose to. Yeah, so that's on that side of it. And then if you're the one that's been receiving, you can 100% heal, and you can 100% do all of that, but you've got to be sensible, you've got to be kind to yourself, and you've got to kind of like know yourself enough to know that your soul knows the way, and anyone like me or anyone else that you watch is just a guide for you to come back to your own home within yourself. We're just a reminder, you know. We're not like your guru or anything like that. We are just like reminders that you can do it yourself, basically. And there's nothing better than you knowing your own thing and you not having to ask or seek. But it's good to get you on that path and to get you where you need to be once more, you know? The end. That was quite big. That was nearly half an hour. I'm shocked that she stayed asleep, which is amazing. Bless her little cotton socks. She's so beautiful. Love her. And yeah, so I hope that all made sense. There was just one bit in there that I need to kind of like link in with spirit a bit more on. When I said that we all come in as love, it's like there's something there with karmic energies that kind of come through and stuff as well. So don't hold me to that bit. You know, I know a lot on all of this stuff, but there's that bit there where it's kind of like, I feel like ultimately we are all love and like source is love, but some that come through, you know, are coming through as like the pure lessons and do have other complex energies around them as well. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's who they are either. So yeah, I mean, I'm quite good at this stuff, but there's a couple of things that are so complex and are so entwined with other things that sometimes I can only see and have a knowing of what it is, and there's no words to it either. It's just like mind-blowing stuff. So yeah, so I'm a psychic medium and I connect with spirit source and I'm an intuitive healer. I haven't been practicing my mediumship for a while, but I hope to get back into that again. But I am shown and guided a lot, like a lot. And yeah, it's anyone can tap into this as well. You just got to do the work and quite a bit of meditation. So I spent quite a few years getting to the point where I could link in, but I know others that just have it naturally. Mine was there from childhood, and through trauma I shut it right down. And yeah, if you don't shut it down, then you can just have it from childhood. And so everyone can kind of tap into this and you can get there. The end. All right, have a nice morning, day, night, whatever it is for you. Speak to you later.